Are you thinking about relocating here to Cleveland? If you don't know, I'm here to let you know. I help people make that move all the time, and they tend to ask the same questions before they make that commitment to relocate here. And in this video, I'm going to address those questions, open up my laptop, and share with you my honest questions to see whether if Cleveland is a good fit for you and your loved ones. So, without further ado, we're going to get into this video, and we're going to get into it right now. Hello, I am Brian Evans, your go-to Cleveland realtor and local relocation guide. Here, want to thank you for watching my video. I am with Glass House Realty with Asa Cox. She has a very big name here in the local Cleveland area. So, with an awesome brokerage, with an awesome realtor that you're looking at right now. And I just want you to know I generally love showing off everything Northeast Ohio has to offer, from our incredible Lake Erie sunsets to world-class healthcare to our vibrant district, the distinct neighborhoods that we have here. So you have a lot to choose from when it comes to the neighborhoods that you want to look into once you try to start making your transition here. So with me, I'll make sure that your transition is seamless, exciting, and very stress-free. So when you're trying to decode between a classic east or west side debate, find the perfect school district, or just simply want to get a feel for what your budget can buy you here. I specialize in helping out-of-state buyers find not just a home, but a good place for them to call home. So it's a lot to choose from, like I said. So don't hesitate to give me a call, and we're gonna get into what these questions are, what people ask me before they make their commitment to transition here to Cleveland. First question that I get a lot is actually pretty funny to me, but is Cleveland actually a good place to live? And of course, I'm gonna tell you yes, because I live here. Cleveland can be an excellent place to live if you value affordability. A lot of places here. From another country can realize once they look into Cleveland, it's very affordable here. If you are looking for a strong suburban community, we got a lot of that here. How can you not think about the professional sports that we have? We got the Guardians, we got the Browns, and we have the Cavaliers. And it's a lot of arts and foods here. We have a world class Metro Park system here that people really probably don't even realize that we have. Then we got a world class healthcare system here. And it's not just a one size fit all. The question should be, as opposed to, is Cleveland a good place to live? Is which part of Cleveland match your everyday living and your budget? To be honest with you. So when I get asked this question, I tend to be like, of course, where are you coming from? And then what they tell me, I let them know that Cleveland is widely known for offering lower cost of living compared to where they're coming from, especially if you're coming from New York, California, one of those coastal states. We offer large homes at a lower cost. So a lot of our homes that's in the 600,000 to $1 million range is tend to be like almost half of that here in Cleveland. So housing is the reason people really start to consider moving here. And if you look it up, the cost of living here is pretty much about 16% below the national average. But the actual budget changed drastically depending on what neighborhood you want to live in, type of house condition you want to be, property taxes, and whether you want to choose the city or the suburb. So, depending on where you want to live at, of course, you're going to have a lower cost of living here. And also, you may get a bigger house, bigger yard. Property taxes may be a lot less here, but you're going to get a lot for your money here, depending on where you live at, of course. So as a realtor, I am not allowed to steer saying which is the best neighborhood here. I mean, it's a personal opinion, of course, but there's no universal best neighborhood, only the one that fits. And depending on where you want to live at, we got, like I said, a variety. We got downtown Ohio City, Tremont, University Circle, and Detroit Shoreway, where many may appeal to people wanting the urban access, restaurants, entertainment, and less reliant on a car. Then you have Lakewood, Shaker Heights, Cleveland Heights, and other suburbs. Each offer different combination of housing, schools, walkability, lot size, community feel, and but we got more than that. We got we got a place, nice place in Euclid that's close to the lake. Then we got Avon is on the west, Bay Village. So it's pretty much ideally what you want to be close to, and what your budget is. So, like I said, you have like a variety here. So choose if you want to be in Cleveland proper, if you want to be in a more urban lifestyle or shorter access to downtown amenities, distinct historic neighborhoods, and potentially more walkable daily routes. If you choose the suburbs, your priorities may include more space, specific school district, a quieter setting, or a different housing stock. Neither is automatically better. It's just about where you want to be at. How far you, like I said, from your job, how far you want to be from all the action in the city. It's all up to you. So I'm here to give you those advice, the tips of which neighborhood may be suitable for you. Being in the Midwest, we hit all four seasons. So winter can be cold, gray, and snowy with lake effect snow affecting some areas of the city. Spring can be slow to arrive. Summer are warm and active, and the fall is a major selling point. It's all about your experience. Summers are pretty mild here. We don't have that 100-degree weather here to probably get to 92 at the highest, 93, 95, if that. Then you probably have some cold winters that will probably get down to like below zero. But don't worry, once we do have snow, the city is prepared. They um they still they get out the night before, start putting salt on the ground, but you definitely want to make sure that you are prepared, have some winter clothes, all-wheel drive cars if you're coming from the south, because the two-wheel drive cars are not going to do it if you have. Cleveland economy includes healthcare, education, manufacturing, finance, technology, and professional services. And we have a nonprofit sector here that's pretty popular as well. Healthcare is a big thing here. We have the Cleveland Clinic, Metro Hospital, and University Hospital. A lot of people from in healthcare can find a job very easy here. Before you tour, let's identify where you work at. How often will you go in if you're not a remote worker? And how you feel about the length of your commute, if it's for you feel reasonable. And this creates a lot of help me out so I can pinpoint where you going would be a good place for you in the city compared to where your job is at. In most of Greater Cleveland, a car does make life so much easier. However, we do have the transit, the bus, the rapid to get you around. Some neighborhoods offer walkability and transit access, particularly near downtown and major corridors. But having a car makes life so much easier, particular for many residents, especially for suburban living. You want to do errands, you got kids for school activities, and just visiting the rest of the city is about to do here. So, like I said, but with a Uber or Lyft, things are not too far away from here. But in the wintertime, you definitely want to be prepared to make sure you get there on time. Might leave a little earlier, but having a car is very useful here. So property taxes deserve careful attention because they can vary significantly by municipality, school district, and a specific property. Two houses with similar sale prices can produce very different monthly ownership costs depending on where they are located. Some of our cities here have some very high taxes, like Shaker Heights, Cleveland Heights. Offer has they have a lot of high taxes there, but they offer good school district. When it snows, the roads are clear. They take care of the properties there. There's just two that I know off the top of my head that have high taxes, but they put taxes back into their city. Cleveland offers a lot of different types of homes here, from century homes. It's crazy to see homes that's over 100 years old and are in great shape, to brick colonial duplexes. We got a lot of multifamily properties here, bungalows, condos, new constructions, lakefront properties, and suburban development. Older homes here can offer space and charm. Can also require buyers to understand maintenance items such as foundation, basement, electrical system, plumbing, roofing, and drainage. So with a home inspection, you definitely want to make sure that you go through that thoroughly, being these homes are pretty old, but some are definitely been taken care of. Just had a little sprucing up, but of course, some people do take shortcuts. So a home inspection, just make sure that you're buying something that's in good condition and to fit your budget. And this home ownership can be really fun. Cleveland surprises a lot of people when it comes to things to do here. So pretty much far exceeds people expectation what to do here. Far as having access to Lake Erie, our metro parks here. Like I said before, professional sports, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fames. We got a lot of museums, theater. The music scene here is pretty dope. A lot of breweries been popping up, restaurants. Each neighborhood has their different festivities, and we have a strong local culture here. The music, the Cleveland Museum of Art, lakefront attractions, uh, metro parks are off. This offer a lot of things to do. We just had like beer fest that's coming up in October, so there's a lot of things to do. Farmers markets, this comes up, so each neighborhood has their different things to do. Or buyers with family with kids. If you think about long terms, school is often a major part of location decision. But the school fit is personal. Families may prioritize district boundaries, commute programs, class environments, private school options, or proximity to support system and to their job. So you want to be in a good school district that takes priority. Understandable. You want to make sure that your kids are make sure their educational needs are taken care of. So we have a lot of actually top tier school systems here in the Cleveland region in Cuyahoga County. So there's a lot of good schools to choose from. I've made a lot of videos about the different suburbs here and talked about their school systems. So by all means, check out those other videos or just reach out to me and I can show you some information, ratings for these schools here. You can absolutely buy a home remotely. That's why you are hopefully watching me to get a feel for who I am, and I can definitely walk you through the process of buying a home from where you're located. But definitely need some structure. So I will start with the detailed needs assessments, with neighborhoods you want to be in. Then we could do some neighborhood video tours or live video to walk through of the property. Get you in contact with inspectors that I work with so they can get you scheduled to do a home inspection. And just keeping clear communication about the local conditions. And if possible, if you want to schedule a trip here in town so we can go look at some properties, by all means, just let me know. I can get that scheduled for you. And especially if to test the commute and depending on where you gonna be wanting to work at, you can test that commute time, experience neighborhoods at different times of the day, and compare housing styles in person. So by all means, I work with you, get everything scheduled. So when you get here, everything be laid out, ready for you to go, and we can just go look at the properties and the neighborhoods, and I'll help you make that decision where you want to be at. All right, I'm about to wrap this up. So, but thank you for watching. If you are in the process of relocating to Cleveland, the first step is not to pick a house, is to figure out which that Cleveland lifestyle fits you. So reach out, tell me where you're moving from, your budget, look, work location, and what matters to you most, and I'll help you narrow down the neighborhoods and suburbs that should be on your list. Appreciate you. My information is on the screen, so if you need to get in contact with me, don't hesitate to reach out, send a text, send an email. I'll be happy to reach out to you or leave a comment on what you want me to talk about next. But without further ado, I look forward to working with you. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Take care.